Hello, everybody.
Hi,
How you guys
everybody.
doing? Today we're going to be doing a sampling. The Gloria Cubana presents a Society Cigar. What they did is they gave us 3 cigars labeled D, G, and F. And what we're going to do is smoke them and then give them a and rank them from 1 to 3 of which one's our favorite, D, G, or F. So today, this morning, we're going to start with D. And what this Society Cigar thing is that it's trying to allow the consumer, us, to kind of help shape what the next cigar is, help pick the label and stuff like that, and they're going to go ahead and produce a cigar and then put it out. So again, La Gloria Cubana, does extremely well for us here at the lounge. But La Gloria Cubana is a very good cigar, and hopefully these are going to be an amazing stick. So we have all 3 different types of cuts today. I have a punch. Brian's got a V cut, and Ben over there has a straight cut. That's the way it is here. Everybody has their own way of doing things when they smoke a cigar. Anyway, so describe the first cigar, Brian. Since he's telling me I talk too much.
It is a box press. It is longer than it is thick. It has a white band with the letter D, a capital letter D on it. It is V-cut.
Oh, my God.
Which would be different than yours and different than Ben's.
I know. I already said that.
I don't know. It's got a pretty leathery quality looking leaf to it.
Chocolate brown.
Yeah, like milk chocolate brown.
Yeah.
I would say this is the thickest of the 3. It
No.
is the longest of the 3.
G is thicker.
G is thicker, you think?
Yeah, I think G is thicker.
F is definitely thinner.
It's a box
But it's a box press, so it
Box
looks
press
a
Toro.
little. It looks a little less.
It's a 6x50, 6x52.
Yeah.
It's a Toro.
All right, so Ben,
Like
what do
it
you?
might be a Habano wrapper. I mean, it doesn't have all the toothiness and stuff like that of a San Andreas or anything.
No.
So it's like a Habano wrapper. They use a lot of Ecuadorian on their cigars in the past, so it could be Ecuadorian Habano, or I'm not sure. Obviously, without the blend information, but yeah, kind of a fruity little dry draw to it. Kind of light, not bad. A little spice on the tongue.
It's like a baking spice.
Yeah, a little.
This is a brand that Gloria Cubana started out as an EPC brand. Ernesto Perez Carrillo actually started with Gloria Cubana. So, we're moving on to bigger number 1 things.
Are we?
Are we ready to light?
I am
Yeah.
ready.
We're ready.
Yeah.
Okay.
Flame on.
Yeah, nice sweetness. Flaming on.
I feel like I should be like an anime right now. Flame on.
So again, we're just toasting to ensure that the cigar burns correctly, making sure that it burns evenly.
Remember when lighting your cigar to think of it like a marshmallow. Don't stick the marshmallow directly into the flame because that burns up all of the natural sugars.
Huh.
Really nice draw. No resistance really for me. I mean, a little resistance, but kind of perfect. Little pepper on the retrohale, a little spice, but nothing overwhelming. Doesn't make my eyes tear up or anything like that.
Thank God. I know.
A little floral on the retrohale. Kind of like a dark coffee on the finish, kind of bitter.
A little. I
Not,
get
no,
it.
not a bad way. Just
I'm getting a
dark
little
coffee,
nutty.
Bitter. Yeah.
I get a little nutty at the very. I mean,
At the
as an
beginning or the
aftertaste.
finish? Oh, the aftertaste. There you go.
I mean,
I'll get more of a bitter. So maybe I'm just bitter. Very bitter person.
I think it's a little. There's a
I don't know if
like
you're
a
agreeing that I'm
bitterness.
a bitter person.
Yeah,
or you're
well,
agreeing with
no,
my flavor
no.
profile. Yes, you are bitter. Thank you.
Thanks. It's one of my finer qualities.
Yeah. Bastard.
Bitter cigar face.
There you go.
So it's got great smoke. Easy draw. Like I said, I get that nutty aftertaste. I'm not getting very. I'm not getting that floral note that you were talking about.
It's there.
It's on the
I was
retro
trying
hill.
to.
It's there.
I was trying to find it.
The pepper is like way back in the back of the throat.
It's
on the
not-
finish.
It's not bad at all, though. I mean, they have. I was reading through some of their other cigars, and they do a lot of multi-country kind of things, Ecuadorian Habano with Dominican and Nicaraguan fillers, with different kinds of binders and stuff. So this probably that baking spice kind of pepper it has, kind of says to me maybe Habano, but it could be Nicaraguan, just aged enough that the peppers died down a little
Now
bit.
the spirit of the lady is Gloria,
Gloria,
Cubana, isn't it?
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and the spirit of the lady has tobacco from 5 nations in it.
Yeah. So.
Very complex. And Ben thinks that one tastes like cherry pie filling.
Unsweetened cherry pie filling.
Unsweetened by cherry pie filling.
And the best one that I've had, and this isn't a knock, Gloria Cubana, because I like most of their cigars, but the Spanish press that came out a couple years ago, I mean, that one is a dead ringer for a bag of craisins.
Oh yeah.
And
It's
that's
a
just
killer
great
cigar.
box press cigar. And
Gorgeous cigar.
yeah, so I really enjoyed that one.
Hmm.
Well, my burn is a little wonky right now, but I mean,
Yeah, it is a little wonky, but
it's nothing I need to touch up. I'm sure.
No.
If I keep smoking it down, it'll probably catch itself up. But
Mine is just
It's a
about
little
damn
wavy.
perfect.
well, because Brian always likes to be perfect. Doesn't always work though. So anyway, yeah, I'm loving the cigar right now. I'm actually enjoying it a lot. This is just for our initial light, and what our thoughts were from the initial flavors. So
We're going to come back
Yep.
in about, well, to you, we're not really going away. But we're going to come back in about 15, 20 minutes
yeah,
when we're kind of reaching the midpoint, maybe half an hour, and let you know what else our thoughts are on this. So don't go anywhere. All right, guys, we're back. We're finishing up the first third, starting to get into the center of the cigar. So we figured we'd give you another quick update on what we're experiencing. So far, burn rate has been really good. Ash is a little weak, maybe, but not bad. I've had to touch up just a tiny little bit, because there was one side that wasn't burning quite like the rest.
okay. Flavor.
one of these things is not like the other.
Yeah, flavor. It's a smooth cigar. I don't know. Maybe it's me because it's early in the morning. I would put this as medium plus in strength.
I would too.
Yeah, I'd say. I don't know if I'd go medium plus. I might say mild plus. I did have something to eat a little earlier, so maybe that's it. Yeah, my flavors, I got I got a little almost like a cashew nutty sweetness. I had a vanilla in the first third after we kind of went off. That was real light, but I enjoyed that. That kind of went away for a little bit, and I just kept getting the kind of the bitter black coffee kind of note with floral and the retro hill. The spice has really died down a lot. It's almost non-existent for me. The retro hill is very easy now, and I'm kind of that bitterness is kind of sure into maybe a little bitter fruit kind of thing. Maybe like I said craisins earlier. Maybe that's in my head, but just on the last puff, I kind of got a little fruitiness to my bitterness. So, but yeah, I have the same ash issues as well. I'm snowing a little bit over here with the ash, but I haven't had to touch it up or anything.
Yeah, I haven't had to touch up mine at all, but I'm still getting that earthy leatheriness to it with a nutty back finish. So I'm getting no pepper. I would call it a solid medium, maybe a medium plus. Like I said, it is morning, so.
Are we talking strength or flavor?
Strength.
I'm
Okay.
talking
Strength.
flavor.
Yeah.
I'm
You're
talking.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm talking strength.
Yeah. So I'm at about a mile plus for strength, and I'd say medium at flavor.
But he's eaten, so
Yeah.
there's a difference. Gonzo and I have not had anything to eat yet. We're maybe
Halfway through
an
coffee.
inch into my coffee.
Well, I am making omelets, so yeah.
Yeah.
So of our next third, we say it tastes like eggs.
It's going to taste like
That's
eggs. It's going to
why.
be spicy jalapeno. It's going to taste very
No,
hickory bacon-ish.
We will cleanse. We will do cleansing of the palates before we say anything else about the cigar.
Yeah,
We don't want to be, we don't want to do anything to,
Yeah, flavor-wise for me, it's very mellow. It's softer flavors. When Ben talks about the vanilla or the coffee or anything else, they're very soft flavors. There's nothing in here that jumps out at me as a predominant flavor.
For me, the predominant flavor is that earthy leatheriness. Now, granted, I've been retrohaling this almost at every puff, so that constant retrohale, I think, is what's giving me that flavor. And I'm loving it, and that's why I keep doing it, because to me, it's a really good flavor. That leather earthiness with that nutty, sweet background. I mean, yeah.
And that's a little educational thing out there for anybody who watches this video that doesn't retrohale. There are more taste receptors in your nasal than in your mouth. I mean, you only have like salty, sweet, sour, umami going on on your tongue. So if you really want to taste a lot more flavors in a cigar and try to pick out individual flavors, try to learn to retrohale. There's different ways to learn. I learned by kind of taking a draw of the smoke and kind of chewing it a little bit and then blowing out through my nose, and it started to come out through my nose. And the first time that happens, you'll know, because your eyes will go, oh my God.
Yeah.
You'll
Your
feel
eyes
it.
will tear up.
Yeah, you'll
Nose
feel it. But I mean,
looks
you'll
like you
also
just
taste flavors, and it becomes
sneezed
easier.
lava.
Yeah. So, but I mean, that's a little tip out there for anybody who doesn't retrohale. If you don't do that, try to figure that out, because it will enhance the overall experience.
Cool. Well, I have to go check on the other omelet, because we're doing omelets here.
We're not
done with this.
Yeah, we're not done. So
See you in the final third.
you'll see us in like another second.
All right.
We're back.
Hello.
We're about the same.
Yeah, we're all
coming
about
into
the
the third. For me, the nuttiness is ramped up a little bit now. There's a little toastiness that's in there too. Burn is still doing pretty good. I haven't had to correct again, although there was a point where I thought I might. Didn't have to happen. Guys?
So for me, like I said, I'm still retrohaling it. I'm still getting a little bit of that leatheriness. You're right. The nuttiness has ramped up a little bit more for me also. Even though we've had some breakfast, I think that it still has not really affected our taste buds my taste buds on the cigar. Ben?
Okay, Ben?
Okay. For me, it's a pretty nice transition for me. Just here in the last few puffs, I got the nuttiness kind of turns into it like a caramel nuttiness a little bit, and I get a little hint of cinnamon in there, so it's turned into more. And again, the notes are pretty subtle. It's not like hitting you in the face, but I mean it's real smooth and really good flavors, I think, in those final third. I did have to touch mine up. I got a real wonky burn coming on to the point that I had to touch it up, but I haven't done it since then. The ash is holding on pretty good now. It's not snowing anymore, so I mean overall it's a good cigar. It has some complexity to it, some transitions.
So I would add, it's not uncommon to touch up a cigar.
No.
So to touch it up once or twice as you're smoking it, I don't hold anything against the cigar for that.
Yeah, me neither. But I did have to retouch mine, and I think that's just the same for all of us here.
Well, these are test blends too. I mean,
Yeah,
these
yeah.
are. This is not the final product. This is kind of a chance to taste the stuff. I mean, the cigar blenders and rollers and stuff. They taste cigars in the factory. They're not burning great all the time because they're not ready to go yet. These aren't ready to go yet. These are ready to taste. So there's a lot to be said for that.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I'm not downing the cigar for having to touch it up at all. It just, it's one of those things.
So again, I'm still loving the flavor on the cigar. I don't mind smoking the cigar in the morning.
Gonzo is a fan of the D.
I am a fan of the D.
Just saying.
I'm reserving judgment until I taste the other two.
Well, which is true. I mean, there's 2 more to go. I get, but I'm currently a fan right now of the D. I'm really enjoying this cigar. I'm hoping that the others will challenge me and maybe change my mind. I don't know, but right now I'm loving the flavor of this.
You've always been a fan of the D.
I have been always a fan of the D. Fucking messes.
Awkward.
Awkward. All right, so for us here, it's about almost 10 o'clock. We've had our breakfast. We've had some coffee. We're trying to finish the cigar, and I think that I'm telling you, this cigar right now is winning without tasting the others because I'm really enjoying this one.
We will review the other two, though, right?
Of course, yes.
I mean,
We will.
We'll let you know, what our thoughts are, or what our thoughts are. I can't talk. And then we'll put our comments on the website, which is what they want us to do. And hopefully one of these cigars come out soon. And if we have them in the lounge, you can kind of enjoy the cigar, see if you can pick up anything that we got in it. Or if you think we're completely out to lunch, that's fine too.
Yeah. And guys, if you decide that you want to give this a try, let us know, and we will contact our rep, Cameron, and see if maybe we can acquire a couple more sets. Then you can run through this process yourself.
Absolutely. Like I said, and even if you all don't agree or like my choice, that's completely okay because everybody has their own palate, right? It's just like some people don't like avocado, and people love avocado. You see, those are the differences here.
Gonzo's a bad Mexican. He does not love avocado.
So what I'm trying to say is that there is really no right here. It's all about you and how you enjoy the cigar.
Yeah.
Strength-wise, to me, it's still a medium. I mean, I don't know if that's changed. You guys have eaten now. But it's straight medium to me. The flavors, I would say medium plus, just because I like those transition flavors I got so much, and I'm picking them up now. They're still subtle. The finish has always been a little short, so I wish I had a longer finish on this. If I would say anything as a negative impact at all, is I wish I had a longer finish on it, because I like to taste a cigar from one puff to the next, and I'm not getting that. But overall, I like it a lot. It's a good morning cigar. It is a very good
anytime
cigar.
True.
So there's a lot of cigars that are like that.
There's some cigars you just can't have in the morning.
Oh yeah.
And we've done that.
We've reviewed those. Yeah, and those are. We're sitting there thinking, okay, when is this cut so I can put this down and eat something? Because wow.
Yeah.
All right. We're gonna break. Next video will probably be the F cigar. F.
All right. Cool.
We'll see you next time, guys.
Absolutely. All right, so we're back. We are currently doing F. We're in different midst of starting our cigar right now. Dry draw's nice. Anyway.
For me, the dry draw was almost like a little bit fruity.
Mm-hmm.
It had a nice, flavorful dry draw to it, I thought.
Wow.
Yeah.
This one is, the dry draw to me was more of one of Gonzo's favorite, Figgy Newton.
Yes, very
kind
Fig
of
Newton.
thing. It's got the kind of bready, raisiny type fruit. Look of the cigar is completely different. This one is Parejo. It's a round cigar. Very veiny. Same color, kind of milk chocolate wrapper, but very veiny, very firm pack. My box press was kind of soft.
Yeah, this is firmer.
Spicy right off the gate. The pepper is right up in the front. This has Nicaragua all over it. This is not that Honduran spice. This is like your Nicaraguan pepper going on.
Yeah,
But
just smelling the wrapper leaf, you could tell it was going to be a spicier cigar.
it's incredibly earthy right now. No real sweetness that I can really taste.
No, the dry draw kind of.
Have you guys already retroheld it
Altered.
yet?
Yeah,
I have not retroed.
You should.
Mild?
Oh, it's very good.
Surprisingly, it's not a bad retrohale. I mean,
No, it's not.
for as much pepper as that first light gave me, the dry draw or the retrohale, a little bit of spice, but nice,
Yeah, actually, the retrohale is pretty good.
It adds
I'm
sweetness
liking
to it. That retrohale adds a
It
nice
does.
little sweet aftertaste.
That's those extra taste receptors. You start picking up a little bit more nuanced stuff in your nose.
There's a lot of pepper that lingers in the back of my throat.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a longer finish on this cigar. My initial impression is F is better than D. My initial impression.
I'm not gonna lie. This is a little sweeter to me, and right now I am liking F better than I did D. So
Yeah, I like a peppery cigar. So, and the flavors are more in your face. So what do you smoke a cigar for? Flavor,
Yeah.
experience. So if we're judging the flavor and reviewing a cigar for its flavor, I'm going to say I like F just because it's a much bolder cigar right now. It could change. It could, one of the biggest transitions, obviously, in cigars is that pepper to no pepper transition. So it could definitely mellow out.
Yeah,
and become
I
very,
mean-
very nuanced like the other one. But right
Yeah,
now,
another
it's a better
quarter,
start.
half inch. It could be completely different.
Yeah. So
so I'm not really getting a lot of pepper into it. I get more sweetness out of it than I do anything else.
The
Back of my
pepper,
throat
the
is
pep,
lit up.
yeah, the
Yeah.
pepper is really. I mean, it's almost at my Adam's apple.
yeah, it's
Do you have
down
an
your
Adam's apple?
throat. It's literally
Yeah.
It's here right now. It's not, and a little bit on the back of my tongue. So it's a different experience on light up. So
Okay, that's an initial impression. We'll come back in a little bit. We'll tell you a little bit more about what we think as we get a little further into the cigar. Don't go away.
Alrighty, we're back. Now we're about halfway through the cigar.
We've not really talked about what each of us is experiencing, so this should be interesting. I'm going to go ahead and go first. No relights at all. The burn is pretty darn good. I'm enjoying it. The pepper has mellowed out significantly. The retrohale is really nice. I'm enjoying that quite a bit. If I were to put a flavor profile to what I'm smoking, oddly enough, I would say caramel corn. There's a little bit of a butteriness in here, and a little bit of like a unsweetened caramel and something corny. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Go ahead, Ben.
I'm in a different area completely. This tastes like creamy coffee to me, so maybe that buttery caramel thing is the creamy coffee, and for me it tastes like coffee so much that when I drink my coffee and take a puff, I don't notice a change in the flavor at all. It actually reminds me a lot of my coffee. My coffee's black, but
Mine is black too.
yeah, so the retrohale is very, very good. It brings out a huge creaminess and a little sweetness that would almost be like a little sweet cream in your coffee. My burn is not great. I've had to touch this up and retouch it up a few times, and it goes beyond just maybe it's transportation. I think it's not rolled. Mine was not rolled great. The leaves are not in the right place because it's burning up one side, not down the other. Gonzo, I saw him touch up his cigar. Looked like
I did touch
he
it
had
up
a
once.
canoe going
Yeah, I did.
on one side. So I will say that there's a leaf called San Vicente. It's a Dominican leaf that makes you salivate. This is a savory kind of thing, and I'm salivating a lot smoking it, so I wonder if it has San Vicente in it.
I have not noticed that.
Yeah, the savoriness in it is very strong for me. That's where I'm at so far.
All right. Well, for me, I am loving the cigar. The retrohale is still amazing. I've gotten a lot of sweetness with it throughout, even on my lips. I agree with Ben. It makes my coffee taste better. My coffee, of course, it's got sweet and it's got should I say sugar and cream in it, so it's fairly sweet, and it makes my coffee taste better. And I think that my coffee makes my cigar better.
He drinks sugar and cream with coffee.
It's not like that. But anyway, Retro Hill is still really good. Like Ben said, I did have to retouch this, but I'm getting a lot of sweetness still with it. That's just me.
Strength would be medium plus, and that may be because I'm having to smoke it a little bit more and double puff it some to keep that burn trying to go straight, because I keep getting a lot of little flags and little tags and stuff on it that cause me to touch it up. So the more I'm smoking it, obviously the more nicotine I'm getting all at once, and my body's like, whoa buddy. So it's a little medium plus for me right now on the strength, just because I think I'm smoking it a lot.
Yeah,
keep it going.
For me now I've got some food in me, I've got more coffee in me, so this is not hitting as much probably as the last one was. Maybe about the same strength as the last one. Maybe I think I'm just prepared for it a little bit better.
Mm-hmm. If I'm comparing the two, I like this flavor-wise better than D. Burn-wise, I like D better, just because it burned well. But I like the boldness of the flavor in this one. I like the salivate kind of thing. I'm getting the savoriness, and I don't know. I like the flavors better. So
yeah, it's a hard choice, because I do love that earthy, leathery notes that I was getting with D, but this F has this sweetness that I'm really, really enjoying, and it's going really well with my coffee.
Hands down, I like F better.
It's going to be a little tough for me to decide between the two.
Yeah, I'm torn. I like the flavor better.
Yeah,
but
G
I don't
better.
like the burn.
G better like knock my socks off and then win over D and F, but I don't know. Yeah. If it doesn't, then it's going to be a hard choice for me.
I'm a stickler for a good burn. If it doesn't smoke, what's the point? So that's my thing. But he's not having any problems.
Mine has been perfect.
Mine could just be
absolutely perfect.
It's a handmade product. You're just going to get that sometimes. Yeah. So.
All right. We'll be back at the end. Tell you how the finish was.
Yep.
Stay tuned.
All righty, guys. Right.
And we're back.
All right. So I guess I'll talk first. Brian's looking around. Me personally, this has actually gotten a little stronger. It's a little more spicier. The Retro Hell is even spicier. I still get some sweet notes to it. So on my Retro Hell, I'm still at a spicy sweetness type of deal thing.
The burn has been perfect in the second half, so that corrected itself. So I'm pretty happy about that. Haven't had to touch it up or anything. I get a dark chocolate kind of flavor now, so it's more like a dark mocha type coffee. I still get the savoriness. The Retro Hill is still creamy with some sweetness in there, so it's transitioned nicely. The strength has pretty much stayed at that medium plus for me all the way through. It hands down better than D, just because I like the bolder flavors. I think somebody who is a lighter smoker would really dig D, just because of the flavor nuances and everything in that one. But if you're more of a full-bodied, full-flavored smoker, this one would be more up your alley. So
all right, I'm going to side with Gonzo on this one. I think it ramped up a little bit. I get a little bit more pepper. My caramel corn has kind of gone away.
I don't get the spice. Spice is not there for me.
It's not much pepper. I do need to relight a little bit. I just kind of put it down a minute ago, so that's not uncommon.
Brian siding with Gonzo. I was stronger in the first part. They were smaller, so I think we're all on the same level strength-wise now. I just kind of attributed mine to having to puff more, but it's about a medium plus cigar. It's savory and sweet and
It's complex. It's a good cigar. Sorry, I didn't mean to step on you.
No, you're good. You're good. Savory is definitely a good term for it.
Toasty.
Yep. There's that rich sweetness. It is. I like this one a lot.
I do too.
This is definitely one I would recommend for folks. D, like Gonzo, like Ben said, I think is maybe a touch milder. Good everyday cigar.
Yep.
Lingering taste is good. You know, you don't have to smoke this all the time. You can just kind of enjoy what's left in your mouth in between puffs.
Much longer finish than D. Much longer finish.
Yeah, it is a much longer finish.
Yeah.
And I kind of like that.
It's bolder. It's just a bolder cigar. You know?
But the retro hail,
Love the retro.
really nice.
Yeah.
Really nice.
Yeah, it's still
There's
a little.
some cigars that we spoke before, like that Plasencia European release, that the retro hell really made that cigar really great. This one is good without it, but better with it. So, great retro hell on this one.
Yeah, I'm loving it. You're
All
right.
right.
For me, it's still a toss-up between D and F.
No, F.
Yeah, F, they're both
I-
good cigars. I think D is more of an anytime cigar. This is a cigar you need to eat something, I think. I think we started this one first. Even with a little bit of food I had and them eating no food, we'd be saying, whoa. So this is an after meal cigar. D is an any time of the day cigar, so I think they both have their places.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
But then again, I'm still loving it.
So G will be coming a little later.
Yep.
Maybe today, maybe tomorrow. We'll see what happens.
We'll see how it goes.
Enjoy, guys.
All right.
We'll see you soon.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Bye.
Videos on.
Good morning, everybody. So today's day 2.
Didn't realize we were starting that quickly.
Yeah, I'm just starting. So because
someone's
well, it's because right now we're at a
It's not
really
me.
good time where we don't have a lot of people here, and the folks that are here have already been helped. So anyway, so today is day 2 of these, and we're doing G. G's the one that we're doing. Oh, mine cracked.
And there's only going to
Aw.
be 2 days. So,
Yeah,
you know.
only 2 days. My cap cracked.
And your cap cracked.
Yeah, that's okay.
And we didn't have these in with like a Bovida. So, again, a day or 2 without humidity, it'll start affecting your cigars, folks.
So, what did you get on the dry draw?
I got a little fruitiness, almost a little bit of like almost an apple kind of fruitiness. I mean, it didn't taste like apple, but it's not a berry. It's something different like that.
Granny Smith.
No, because it wasn't bitter. But the smell of the cigar was really good. The other two, I didn't get a big odor off the wrapper, but the smell really smelled like kind of that oaky kind of smell that you get from like the bourbon barrel aged Perdomo cigars. It kind of reminded me of that, so that was really nice. It's very it's a little different color wrapper from the other ones. It's
Yeah.
a little darker chocolate brown, I would say, and a more paper bag in terms of texture. Not a lot of oils or big sheen on this one. You know what I mean?
It's a little bit of a gloss on there.
No, not on mine. I could pack my lunch in this thing. So, but yeah, the first light, big blast of spice to the nose, little sweet earth. So I like it so far. Actually, it's not your typical morning cigar, but it's good.
Yeah, to me the wrapper leaf is very savory in its smell. I could just smell that all day long. It would be really nice. Now, weird thing. First dry draw I had, my first initial impression was instantly vanilla wafer cookies. But right after that, things changed, and my second dry draw, I'm getting more of that sweetness, that other stuff.
Raise your hand if you want vanilla wafer cookies now. Sorry. Carry on.
Yeah, it was pretty good. mild on the pepper. I mean, there's a little bit lingering, longer finish in the back, but not up front at all. I have not retrohaled. Have you guys retrohaled?
Yes. It's a floral spice, sweet. It's a good retrohale, and it's a full medium retrohale. I mean, my eyes don't water, but my nose definitely goes, what the hell? So, yeah.
Yeah. I think the retrohale is milder than the actual smoke itself.
I'm going to slightly disagree on that. I think that for me, that retrohale was a little stronger than the actual cigar itself. I did a full retrohale, and it was a little burny. Not to the point where my body will stop me, because, you know, when it overburns, your body kind of stops and you go, but
Right. I get the spice of the retrohale. Like I said, it's just more of a medium. Like yesterday, F. I don't know, when I retrohaled F, I made that woo sound because that one was a little bit of a tearjerker. This one is not so much, but it's definitely, you feel the burn in the retrohale.
Yeah, maybe mine will come later. I don't know. Initial impression is pretty good. Depending on how this works out, it's a contender for me. It's a contender with F. We'll see what happens. You guys?
no.
I agree. I mean, this is between F and G right now for me. I had the burn issues a little bit with F yesterday, but the flavor profile was good on that one.
The burn evened out. You liked it in the
Yeah,
end.
the second half, yeah. I liked it all the way through, flavor-wise. I just didn't like the burn in the first half. But yeah, by the second, third on down, it burned A to Z. So, but yeah, this one is burning great. Everybody, we're
Welcome
back for the second, third of G. I guess right to left, Gonzo.
All
What
right.
do you think?
Do you want me to start first? All right. So for me, it has not gotten better than what my first quarter of when we first started. I was hoping that it would get better and would kind of be a contender to the other two. Right now, it's still not a contender, and I'm afraid that it's not going to get better. So it's still okay. It's still woodsy. I have the pepper has gone away. I didn't pick up any sweetnesses anymore. Now it's just woodsy, like toasted wood. That's what I'm getting.
There's a toastiness there. I still get like this really small hint of cookiness in there. I wouldn't say it's a sweetness, but there's something that kind of reminds me of maybe like a dry Chips Ahoy type cookie. Kind of odd, but not unpleasant. I'm liking it.
Me?
I still think I like F better. Ben?
I'm right there with you, although my Chips Ahoy is more like a toasted graham cracker kind of sweetness. I'm right there on the cookie type thing with you. I'm actually digging it. It's a little off balance to me. I'm already feeling it in my chest, so I wish the flavors would come up to match the strength a little bit. I feel like it's like strength is here and flavors here because it's really new. It's like the nuanced flavors of D with the strength of F, and I want it to be like right there. If it was right there, I'd probably say this is my favorite. Right now, I like the punchiness of F better, and it was more balanced. It had the strength, but it also had the punch of flavor. Bird is really great. I held on to an ash for almost 2 inches before I ashed myself because I was just trying to see if I could make it to the second video, but it held on to a perfect long ash, perfect burn on this one, perfect draw on this one, so it has a lot of good qualities to it, and I like that. I got the woodiness, I got the toasty thing, and I got the cookie thing, so we're all on the same page with the flavors, I think. And the retrohale is still very nice and sweet and good and easy because the spice went away. So
Yeah. For me, burn has been fantastic.
Yeah.
Really
No issue.
even, really nice. I saw a little bit of a weakness in the ash earlier, so I did tap it. I don't think it would have held 2 inches for me.
Brian likes to tap that ash.
Yeah, yeah. I tap my ash frequently.
Oh
Anyway.
my God.
Write that down.
So anyway, but even though I cracked my cap, I have not had any issues with
Awesome.
the cap either. So
That's awesome.
Once I got it wet, put it down, it hasn't given me any issues so far. So I'm assuming it's not going to.
Very light on the retrohale. I mean, there's no pepper in the retrohale. It's really nice.
Can I ask how you guys are doing with the strength of it?
I don't think it's as strong as
Yeah, I don't think it's
F.
I don't know if it's as strong as F, but I mean, I'm feeling it in my chest already, and I'm halfway through the cigar. So I didn't expect that. It's
Yeah, and
I don't see any black in it, like a black on the end where the Lajero is or nothing.
No,
So
this is odd. I mean, Ben had breakfast this morning. We have not.
yeah,
So I would expect this to hit us a little harder than
yeah.
Ben, but it's not. It's not hitting me hard
And,
at all.
and it's odd that you say that the retrohale was nice and smooth and easy. It's still very peppery to me.
yeah.
I mean,
and they're
it
farther
doesn't
along.
feel like lava, but it's still very peppery.
Not magma.
Not magma. Oh,
And yeah, and the funny thing about the strength is not only did I eat and they didn't, but they're further along than I am. So they should be feeling it more than I do, but I'm getting it. I don't know. I mean, it's not like overwhelming. It's just like that feeling in your chest. You're like, okay, I'm smoking something, that kind of thing. So I don't know. It's a good cigar.
I guess I do have a little bit of that in my chest, but it's not.
I don't.
Usually when I'm smoking something strong, it kind of gets into my head first.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have any of that. Yeah, I don't have
any of
that. I don't want any of that. I'm trying to be high.
All right, we're going to come back at the finish, tell you what the overall impression was at the end. So don't go anywhere.
Nope, don't go nowhere.
Welcome back, guys. All right, so we're finishing up. I got about 1.5 inches. A little while ago, I had about 1 inch of ash on here, and it just dropped. So, again, for me, it's not holding ash that well, but the taste is still really cool. I'm still getting that cookiness. I think it's actually intensified in the final. Very, very little pepper, very mild on the bite, I'd guess. It's not a sweet cookie. It's just like, to me again, that Chips Ahoy, a nibble of it without the chocolate, just that kind of dry cookiness.
Ben, you want to go first?
Sure. Yeah, I agree with the cookie. Although I'm still in the graham cracker.
Crackle.
Got a little cinnamon, a little bit on the finish. A little bit could be cedar, but cedar and cinnamon can kind of go hand in hand sometimes. Got a little earthy, dampy earth too on the finish. The retro hill actually picked up for me a little bit, became a little bit more spicy, but not what it was in the beginning. Burn has been perfect. The flavor with those other flavors coming in has come up with the strength, so it's a much more balanced cigar to me now. I'm really going to be torn on all three of these. I think I like the nuanced stuff. I like an any time of day cigar in D. I like was it D? Was the first one? Yeah,
D was the first
D.
one.
I like the balance in F and the flavors, and I like the total package kind of thing going on with this. This one seems a little bit complex because it changes a little bit. It does, from the front for the first part to here, it's changed some, so it's more complex, and now the balance is there. So I'm going to be torn on picking a winner. I'm going to think about it a little bit.
Yeah, I would say the cinnamon for me is on the retrohale. It's a very, very mild cinnamon. It's not spicy. But
Yeah, it's the
there
flavor.
are notes of it.
Just the flavor.
Right. So
Yeah.
for me, I think that the woodsiness went away, and I did get some earthiness to it. I stopped retrohaling it. I wasn't enjoying it very much. It got a little harsh for me. I don't know, but not my favorite cigar.
Yeah.
It's not going to be tough for me. Well, it is going to be tough for me because I still have to think about DNF, but G is not a contender for me
Wow.
at all.
Wow. For me,
I'd smoke it. I'd smoke it, but it's not one of my favorites of the three.
I would say F and G.
Yeah.
But I think I'm leaning a little bit more towards F. I like the overall flavor profile of F a little bit better. This would be more of a morning cigar for me. I think this really worked well. Again, still haven't eaten. I'm starving right now, but I'm enjoying the cigar. Starving. I'm wasting away.
He's wasting away. Now I don't know. I was hoping I'd get more out of this G, but I didn't get what I was wanting. I wanted it to be a contender against the other two, so to make my decision even more difficult. But right now, I think I'm still in the D and the F, and I'm gonna probably have to go back and rewatch the video.
Have the flavors changed at all for you throughout the cigar from the beginning?
Yeah, it did. So at the very beginning, it was that toasty woodsiness with some spice, and that woodsiness just went away to earthiness, and now I got burnt earth.
Earth.
Burnt earth, not earth.
Oh.
That's all I'm getting now.
Okay.
Not enjoying this cigar at this time.
Okay.
But
Well, I mean, you know.
We all got different palates.
Yeah, it
so
happens. Yeah.
And
So-
maybe if you'd eaten something,
I don't know.
that would have been different. I don't know.
I mean,
All right.
F was making my coffee taste better. My coffee was making F taste better.
And
So-
for me, the coffee didn't change the flavor at all because it was more of a dark coffee flavor on the cigar. So I think I mentioned that I would take a drink of coffee and the flavor wouldn't change. So I was getting exactly that in the cigar, which was good. You know, I mean, I like coffee in a cigar. There's nothing wrong with that. I was talking about the complexity of the cigar and how if you want to pay money for, a cigar, you don't want something one note all the way through. You want something complex that changes in strength and flavors and body and balance and all that good stuff. So that's why it's going to be hard for me to choose between them, just because I feel like this one is the most complex of the three. G, or I'll get my letters mixed up. F was the more punchy flavor and strength balance all the way through, without a lot of transitions though. And then D was just a good anytime nuanced cigar. So they're all good cigars. You know, some cigars are just forgettable. Gonzo's saying that his cigar is kind of not hitting his palate, but he spoke again. That's kind of a forgettable cigar. It's a good cigar. It's just not something you'll put on that mental list of like, man, I got to have this again. So
Yeah, this is very forgettable, unfortunately. Like I said, I wanted G to be more of a contender, and it just was not a contender to me.
and you're really disappointed.
I am very
You're
very disappointed.
This is just unfortunate. That's like, oh, that's tough. This is
I
very
really wish that
unfortunate.
I really wanted my choices to be difficult this time, and the G just didn't live up.
This
I don't know. For me, I mean, it's good to the last puff. I'm
Yeah.
getting down really low. It hasn't gone bitter. It hasn't gone sour. I'm still getting that cookie flavor. Like Ben said, there's some nice transitions in here. I'm liking this. I think F is still probably my favorite, but this would be my second.
Yeah, and I love the smoke output. I mean, smoke is flavor. You know, you take a draw on this. I mean, it just fills your face with smoke. So you're getting a ton of flavor. You're getting aroma. You're getting everything.
So these three blends that we've tasted are from
La Gloria Cubana.
So we have several La Gloria Cubanas, as we talked about earlier in one of the previous videos. The Spanish press is amazing. It's a really good cigar. We've got that on the shelf in two sizes.
We have the Series R from La Gloria Cubana in Maduro and Natural.
And the Natural and a Maduro.
Spirit of the Lady.
Those are really good. The Spirit of the Lady, very complex cigar. Tobacco from 5 different nations in there. Really interesting flavor profile. So for now, you can satisfy your cravings with some of those. it'll be interesting to see what they decide to do with these 3 blends. Who knows? Maybe they'll put out 2 of them. Who knows?
I don't know. That would be DNF because G is not good.
I think it would be F
I hate
and
to
G.
say that. I hate to say that, but
I'd be happy with them
I'm trying to
putting.
be honest.
Yeah, I'd be happy with them putting all 3 out, honestly, because it kind of gives you the everyday smoke, a stronger full-bodied smoke for like the full-body guys in F, and then this one just the more complexity of the cigar. So I could, I'd be cool with all 3. Plus, you got a nice box press in D.
Yeah.
It's always nice. A lot of guys, or a lot of smokers, gals, and guys
Yeah.
go towards the box press because they like that. So.
Yep. I like just doing the retrohale nice and slow.
Yeah.
So that it lingers in my nose a little bit longer. This is really nice. I'm enjoying that.
All right, so the Society Cigar is what this is called, and that's what's probably going to come out with whatever cigar they're going to finally do. All 3 of us will get online and do their barcode thingy and do the survey for it. We do have to rank them 1 through 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's going to be my difficult. I know G is 3, but I don't know which is going to be 1 and 2 for whether it be D or F or F or D. I don't know yet. So that's going to be the difficult part. I really think that's going to be.
I feel so
difficult
bad
part.
for Gonzo right now.
Huh?
I feel so bad for you. I feel like you're suffering through the cigar a little bit. So, but I mean, it's.
I think maybe if you'd eaten, it would have made a little bit of a difference. We'll see. Maybe it's all that sweetness in the coffee.
Really good finish too on this cigar. It started off being a short finish and ended up being a long finish. So another part of the complexity, the finish lengthens and stuff. So this flavors come up and matches the balance or matches the strength. So.
Yep.
All right, last
like that.
plug for those of you who have been with us for the full event, for the full videos. Our next event will be the 10th of September with Altadas. We've got some good stuff. We've got 2 humidors we're giving away as prizes. With the Cigar for Warrior donations, we're giving away a Altadas branded golf bag, golf towel, golf umbrella. So if you're a golfer out there and you're looking to get a new bag, a new setup, this will be perfect opportunity for you.
Yeah.
Meet Monday.
That
Talk
will
about that at all?
also be a Funk Friday event.
Yes.
No,
on
sweet.
the 10th. So there is parking in the rear. We expect we might have a good crowd.
We're hoping.
If it fills up, you can always park across the street with the volleyball complex and just hoof it on over. Meet Monday is going to be chicken this Monday. So we hope to see you guys for Meet Monday. Anything else?
No. That'll do us for now.
No, it's fun doing this though. It's fun doing a blind review like this and seeing what comes of it. So
Yeah.
I'm really interested to see what comes out, and I want to know of what they. I hope they tell us which one they chose. Like it just doesn't come out a Society Cigar, and it's like, well, which one was it? We got to smoke it and try to figure it out.
Try to figure it out. Yeah.
If it's box press, we'll know. But no, it's been a cool experience. So I like doing it.
This is kind of neat.
So shout out to Cameron Calhoun. He's the one that left these here for us from Forged Cigar Company now. Forged. I thought it was Forged.
I think it's Forge.
I think it's Forged.
Gonzo's trying to add the D.
It's a split off from
General Cigar.
Cigars.
Yeah. So I'm really enjoying this, and thanks to him for leaving these cigars for us and giving us this great weekend of tasting cigars.
Stay safe.
Stay sane.
Stay healthy.
Salud.
Salud.